The service at St Paul's Cathedral in London begins 3 days of events across the country to mark the Queen's official birthday celebrations. The Queen turned 90 on the 21st of April and we went along to Southampton to find out why the Queen has two birthdays and what she might have eaten as a youngster. Shan Robins reports.
Ever since Her Majesty the Queen ascended to the throne, she has also been able to have a second birthday celebration.
British monarchs are entitled to have two birthdays, and that tradition dates back to 1748 when George II was on the throne. And every year during his reign there was an annual military cavalcade in the summer, so he decided, because his birthday was in October, wouldn't it be good to celebrate again his birthday in the summer and combine that with the military cavalcade. So from thenceforth, British monarchs are entitled to take the option of two birthdays. Edward VII, who was born in November, 9th of November, also had a birthday celebration. He chose either May or June, and he would decide each year. And for the first 7 years of the Queen's reign, which is 1953 to 1960, the second birthday, or her official birthday, took place on the second Thursday in June, and that changed from 1960 because obviously people were working and it wasn't so convenient, so they went for the second Saturday, which is why this coming weekend we have the official birthday, and of course it is her 90th as well.
The Queen was born in 1926, and so Emma recreated food that was available around that time.
Now, the 1920s in Britain was a time for, certainly the summertime, was a time when motoring was incredibly popular for those who could afford a car. And if you look at old vintage cars from that period, you'll often see a picnic basket on the back, or it was integral to the actual design. And this was also the period picnics were incredibly popular. It was outdoors, people were enjoying their summer if the weather was good. And also the iconic heritage brand Fortnum & Mason, what they did in the 1920s, in the latter part, they decided during Cowes Week in Regatta that they would charter a boat and they would deliver their picnic baskets to those who were able to enjoy the joys of Cowes on the Isle of Wight. So that's also quite a little bit of picnic history, if you like. But picnics actually date back to the 1730s and 1740s, I beg your pardon, and it derives its name from the French piquer, which means to pick at food. And I came across a wonderful headline from the 1930s, from 1933, from a newspaper which describes encouraging people to have picnics, because they were popular in the 20s and into the 30s, as creating toothsome morsels. So what we've got today is I've tried to create toothsome morsels. So surprisingly, some of the items you will think, oh, well, I didn't imagine that would be from the 1920s. For example, we have cheese straws. I've made it from this wonderful cookbook here from 1929, and works perfectly well. I haven't changed anything in the recipe except from the oven temperatures. Otherwise, if I'd used the oven temperatures in here, they would have been cheese charcoal straws.
This is Shan Robins for That's Solent.